What up, YouTube? It's your boy Detroit Love with another video. Today we're just going to take a look at this modified Miss Pac-Man Countercade from Arcade1Up. There's a lot of things you can do. You can just make it battery operated. You can make it battery operated and put a lit marquee on it. Or you can go all the way out and put every game on it. But let's take a look at this one. Let's check it out. So this is the QVC version. This is the one with the pink trim. Has two games on it. It has Miss Pac-Man and Super Pac-Man. And so you can play Super Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. I like the kick plate on this one. The pink trim is nice. So you got those two games. And we just upgraded it so that it's has the carrying handle and is battery operated. And so that just makes this thing more powerful, more convenient to move around. You've seen mine. Let's see if we can get this marquee to look right. There you go. My boy Angel from This Ability took care of that for me. And this is the QVC, no, I'm sorry, that's the QVC version. QVC with two games, Miss Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man. This is the Walmart version, where it has 4 games. And those 4 games are Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Pac-Man Plus, and Dig Dug 2. This lit marquee. Of course, this has the handle as well. It got pretty dark there. Good Lord. Let's turn it around. So this one has the handle and is battery operated as well. Oh, that's because I made it dark. Okay. And so this has there's the original marquee. And I originally cut this out. No need to do that any longer. Both these have no cut there. They're just low enough to bypass this. And the latest handles, these are reused from the boxes, from the retail boxes for the Countercade. And I like this little flap because that flap goes up against that wood. You don't have to touch that wood at all. But you see that's below that. And so when you hold that, you have that piece of plastic there as well. So that's nice. This one's the same way. So what are you guys' plans? Are you guys going to mod yours in any kind of way? Some people may just put, lit buttons. Now, I do want to talk about just these control panels for a minute. And so this one I modded with a Raspberry Pi, and I didn't cut any new holes at all. And I like this layout because I was able to use all 3 of these buttons for the game, so you can play any game that uses no buttons, 1 button, 2 buttons, or 3 buttons. If you look at these two, this one has an extra button, so if you modded this and wanted to put, the games that use no buttons or 1 button, you're good. But if you start getting into 2 buttons games, then your jump is here, but your fire is here, or your, So that gets a little more difficult. This Walmart version is a little better, at least for the 2-button games. If you modded this, you have these 2 buttons lined up nice, jump and fire and those type of things, and you have ample enough room here to put a 3rd button there, so you can get 3 buttons and have your player 1 and player 2. So I think this would be the best one to mod if you were going to add an additional hole. This one was nice because I could use 3 buttons. They're all situated next to each other, and I didn't have to drill any holes. So this one I did have to widen this hole. Okay, this one, because it's already is a 4-way, you wouldn't have to widen this at all. You could get by very easily with just putting the 2-player games and drilling the 3rd hole if you wanted to go that route. But I think I like this setup better. I don't know why this thing keeps getting fuzzy on me. But that's just a look at the different control panels that are available. But let's just focus on this, and I just want to focus on switching from the battery power to the stock power capability if you don't want to use the battery. You don't even have to do that, because you can just simply plug this cable into a brick and charge the battery while you're using the cabinet. And obviously this is a micro USB cable, so you can get one as long as you want, even longer than the stock cable if you wanted to. But let's get started just looking at switching from battery power to the stock cables. So the most basic mod that you want to do with this Countercade from Arcade1Up is to transform it. So what you want to do is make this cabinet not dependent on an outlet, a wall outlet. That's going to increase your ability to play this in more venues and more places, to take it on the go. You want to make this thing wireless, have its own power, battery operated. Okay, so let me just show you what's been done. So this thing is powered by electricity. Okay, and so in order for this thing to work, it has to plug into an outlet. We'll turn it off. And so this outlet comes with it, this power brick comes with it. But what we've done is we allow you to disconnect this, and you can just tuck this inside so it's out the way. This we'll get to a little bit later. And so let's just look at what's done to it. We got a little handle on here, so it makes transporting this a lot easier. Now that you can take it more places, you can easily do it with one hand. I have hinged doors, so this door will open. And if we look inside, the power switch, or the power plug, is attached to the door. So this end goes into the plug, and then the other end goes into this PCB. That's your printed circuit board. That's the computer inside. So we can disconnect that. And then what we do is we have these straps here to be able to put this brick up. Got a little Velcro on this end, Velcro on that end, and you can just tuck that out the way, and you can just use this little strap to secure that so it doesn't go anywhere. This is easier if I strap it first. So we'll just put this in here, push up on that, give a little tug, and then we'll just secure the brick to the wall. Okay, and that just keeps it out of the way for when you're not using it. Okay, so now, and then this wire that normally would go to the PCB, we'll just secure that on this little strap here, and we'll put this one that we fed through the door in there as well, just so it's secure. We'll just get that little tug, lift it up and tug it. Okay, So now that wire is out of the way. And so you see here, we have a battery supply. The wire is already here, so we can just plug this into the PCB. And you just saw, I don't know if you can see there, the battery light just came on at 71%, is upside down. And then what this cable is for charging. This is just a micro USB. This battery can be charged by USB-C or micro USB. So it's just tugged in there neatly and it's here. And you just need to get a brick, a little power brick. So I've supplied a double tape Velcro here. So your brick will look like this. And you can just have your brick secured on the back when it's not in use. Okay. All right. So now that the battery is turned on, we'll turn this guy back on with the on switch. And now nothing happens. What happened? Oh, because when it came on, it went right back off. So we'll just hit the button there. Now that battery will go off after a few seconds, but normally it will come right back on. There you go. And so now your Miss Pac-Man is ready to be played. When you turn it off, this battery will turn itself off after a few seconds. So you can see the little indicator right there, 71%. That light will go off. And so you don't really need to open up this door typically. There are 2 screws that are in the box, so you see the light just went off. And so now this thing is off. We can close this up. And if we turn the switch on, so you will have to hit the button on the battery in order to turn it on. So we'll just turn this around. You see we have this handle. You just pull on it. I usually just either use my thumb here and my finger here and pull open. There's a little button on the battery here. We just press down the side and then the unit will come back on. Okay. When you want to charge it, just take your power brick. And again, you can Velcro it right to the back. Then you just pull it out. Pull it out and reach to a power supply. And if we look back inside, so you got that plugged in, you can see that number is blinking now because it's charging. So that's how you charge it up. You allow that thing to charge up. When it's done, fully charged, get to 100, you just tuck this back into the hole, into the slot. And just Velcro that back to the back. And as you transport it, you got your power supply there. And you don't really have to use the built-in thing, because even if the battery was completely depleted, you can just plug this in to somewhere and you can play as it's charging. So that's just a quick look at this is an instructional video for one of my customers here that just purchased this upgrade. Again, I don't sell the units. I do modding services. And that's it. Battery operated Arcade1Up Countercade. And you can get as advanced as you want with your mods. As you can see, there's a Galaga countercade right next to it. But the sounds that you're hearing is not Galaga. So this guy is modded to include several other games, and it's just in demo mode, so it will just play through, give you little demos, quick look at the different games that are available. And the nice thing about this, in this demo mode, if I see something I want to play, like the Super Pac-Man, I can just come hit the player 1 button and it will launch that game. Gives you a little instruction, things on what buttons to use, and you're off to the races. All right, oh, this is Pack and Pal. Put the credit in, hit start, and you can play whatever game you like. Press these 2 buttons, it exits, and you can go on to your next game. So just a quick look at the battery operated. This is battery operated as well. This is a stock Miss Pac-Man with just the 2 games that came with it. This is a modified Galaga that can play roughly 105 games. And as you can see there, it is battery operated as well, has this handle as well. It just has a whole different mod inside. A different setup that offers more than just the stock. Alright guys, thanks for watching. You definitely should do this at the minimum, and you're definitely able to do that as well if you like, to give you a lot of games on the go, portable. I have tested that, and you can play for 11.5 hours continuously. Obviously, if you don't want to play that long, it's not a marathon. You can turn this thing off at any time, and the battery will not drain while not in use. So it can literally go for weeks, months, years. Every time you turn it on, you'll use a little juice, and when you're done, you turn it off, and it no longer consumes battery. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can learn and immediately know when new videos like this comes out. And until next time, guys, I'll see you on the web.